My boss publicly announced I was getting promoted, then 5 minutes later, he gave my position to someone else in front of the entire company. The conference room was packed. More than 80 employees sat shoulder to shoulder as our annual company meeting began. The air buzzed with anticipation. Everyone knew management would announce a major leadership promotion. I sat in the third row, trying to appear calm. For 3 years, I had worked longer hours than anyone on my team. I skipped vacations. I answered emails at midnight. I volunteered for projects nobody wanted. And according to every rumor circulating through the office, the promotion was mine. Then my manager, Daniel, stepped onto the stage. He smiled. Today, he announced, we recognize an employee whose dedication, sacrifice, and leadership have transformed this company. My heart nearly exploded. People around me started turning their heads. A coworker whispered, "That's definitely you." Another smiled. "Congratulations in advance." Daniel continued. This individual worked weekends, solved impossible problems, carried entire projects when others gave up. My hands trembled. Every word described me. Then Daniel looked directly at me. The room erupted into applause. I stood halfway from my chair. And then everything changed. Daniel raised his hand. "Please join me in congratulating Brian." The applause became deafening. Brian stood up behind me. For a second, nobody understood what had happened. Neither did I. My body froze. My stomach dropped so violently it felt like falling from a building. The room spun. People looked back and forth between Brian and me. Confusion spread across their faces. Even Brian looked shocked. As he walked toward the stage, whispers erupted everywhere. Wait, wasn't it supposed to be him? What just happened? I thought she meant him. My face burned. I sat back down, humiliated, crushed, destroyed. I spent the rest of the meeting staring at the floor. Every clap felt like a knife. Every congratulation Brian received felt personal. The promotion I had worked years for disappeared in less than 5 seconds. That evening, I sat alone in the parking lot. Rain hammered against my windshield. I couldn't bring myself to drive home. 3 years. 3 years of sacrifice. Gone. My phone buzzed. A message from my mother. "How did the meeting go?" I stared at the screen. Then I typed. "I wasn't chosen." A minute later she called. I answered. For several seconds neither of us spoke. Then she quietly asked, "Are you quitting?" I wiped tears from my eyes. "I don't know." Her response changed everything. Before you decide, find out whether this is the end of your story or the beginning of it. I didn't understand what she meant. Not yet. The next morning, I walked into the office determined to get answers. I requested a meeting with Daniel. He agreed. When I entered his office, he looked uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. I closed the door. "What happened yesterday?" Daniel sighed heavily. "You deserved that promotion." The words hit me like another punch. Then why didn't I get it? He leaned forward. What he said next shocked me. "Because you're too valuable where you are." I stared at him. "What?" "You solve every crisis. Train every new employee. Keep projects alive. Promoting you would create a gap we can immediately fill." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. "So I'm being punished for performing well?" Silence. Daniel couldn't answer. Because he knew I was right. Anger surged through me. For the first time in 3 years, I stopped being agreeable. "No." Daniel looked surprised. No. I'm done accepting that explanation." His eyes widened. Nobody challenged management. Nobody. But I did. That conversation became the turning point of my career. Instead of quitting, I changed my strategy. I stopped trying to be indispensable. I started teaching others everything I knew. I documented every process, created training systems, mentored junior employees, delegated responsibilities. Within 6 months, the entire department could operate without me. Ironically, my value increased. Not because I did everything, but because I helped everyone succeed. Then came the twist nobody expected. 1 year later, the company faced a major crisis. Revenue dropped. Departments were restructured. Several management positions disappeared. including Brian's. The promotion everyone fought over no longer existed. Employees panicked. Rumors spread. People feared layoffs. Then the CEO called another company-wide meeting. As everyone gathered in the conference room, I felt strangely calm. This time I expected nothing. No promotion. No recognition. No applause. The CEO stepped onto the stage. His expression was serious. Over the last year, he began, one employee transformed the way our company develops leaders. I ignored it. I assumed he was talking about someone else. Then he said my name. The room exploded. People jumped to their feet. Some actually cheered. I looked around in disbelief. The CEO continued. While others focused on personal advancement, this employee built systems that allowed entire teams to grow. My chest tightened. Because of that leadership, we are creating a new position. The room became silent. A position that reports directly to executive leadership. My heart pounded. The CEO smiled. Please welcome our new Director of Organizational Development. The audience erupted again. This time there was no confusion. No awkward silence. No mistake. No humiliation. Only certainty. As I walked toward the stage, I noticed something unexpected. Brian was standing, clapping the hardest. After the meeting, he approached me. He extended his hand. You earned this. I smiled. Thank you. Then he laughed. You know what's funny? What? If you'd gotten the promotion last year, you never would have become this person. I paused. Because he was right. The rejection that nearly broke me had forced me to grow. The setback that felt unfair had revealed weaknesses I couldn't see. I had spent years proving my worth through hard work. But true leadership wasn't about being the hero. It was about creating more heroes. That painful moment in the conference room wasn't the end of my story. It was the moment my real growth began.